Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy K Breezy here. I hope that all of you watching this having a good day. And in today's video, I'm back with another class setup for the Mp7, which honestly just turns into a laser beam and you can just obliterate the competition with this weapon. So if you're excited to see the best class setup for this weapon, be sure to drop a like down below to let me know. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. But to start things off, let's go ahead and take a look at the perks and whatnot that make up this class because it's really just the cherry on top and are honestly essential to going off with this weapon. But for the perks that I use with the MP7, I use EOD, Battle Hardened, and Ghost. Ghost to avoid getting picked off during the enemy UAV run. EOD so you don't have to worry about running into claymores and bouncing Betty so much. And Battle Hardened to avoid getting rushed and killed by somebody that wasn't really even that good, but you were just flashed and there really wasn't anything else you could do about it. Specialist abilities I combo with this class are Dead Silence and Munitions Expert. Dead Silence for those times when you're deep behind enemy lines and you don't want to worry about them hearing your footsteps and ruining your kill streak. And Munitions Expert because of the high rate of fire that this weapon has. But I mean, that high rate of fire is one of the things that make the MP7 so beastly. Moving on from that though, my secondary is the .357 Magnum revolver pistol thing, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm really not going to go too much in depth into that. Just make sure that you have the snake shot attachment on that you can get around level 20 or so. And as far as my lethals, I use the C4 because with this class setup, you have to be much more aggressive than you usually would be than if you were using like a assault rifle like the M4A1 or the MK2 carbine, mainly because of like the range difference between those weapons. You have to get up close and personal versus other classes. So because of that, having a C4 by your side and just being able to chunk a C4 past the wall or over a wall, wherever, and get an easy kill when you're rushing, that just really helps save you some time and you don't really have to worry about your kill streak getting ruined. You can also use claymores if you really want to, but I just find that C4s help because when you know somebody's behind the building and they know you know they're behind the building, and so y'all both just kind of in a stalemate, all you gotta do is just pop one of them things off and boom, you just got an easy kill because he was sitting in that corner. Oh, and the reason for stem shots is basically the same thing as C4s because you gotta play really aggressive. You don't have time to sit and heal and wait, especially if you're in like a 2v1 situation or something like that. So with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the actual MP7 itself and the attachments that just make this gun so godly. So first things first is the barrel, and I just had to cop the FSS Recon barrel because it provides a pretty heavy boost to damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, but at a slight decrease of ADS movement speed and time. A good alternative could be the FSS Strike barrel because you get the same first two benefits that I mentioned before, which takes off the added recoil control and the decrease in movement speed as a result. So if recoil really isn't a concern for you, you could definitely just go with the second option, but for me, I just feel like with the first option, I was able to hit those challenging shots much more consistently while using it. So just, pick whichever one is best for your playstyle or your own personal preference. For the next attachment that I have in mind is the stock, and to be more technical about it, we're actually going to be taking the stock off using the no stock attachment. The reason for this is it highly increases the mobility and aim down sight time of the weapon, as well as the strafe speed when you aim down sights. The only thing is, because this weapon no longer has a stock to brace against, you're going to be taking a hit in aiming stability and recoil control, but you really shouldn't even notice this because you're going to be playing aggressive and most of the time you're in a close quarter situation anyway, so you're not even going to really notice it. So it really isn't going to make that much of a difference in the long run anyway. And this next attachment makes the gun even faster, and it's going to be the THICC laser attachment. And I chose the THICC laser because of the buffs to ADS speed, aim stability, and aim walking movement speed, and aim walking steadiness. And the main reason that this THICC laser is superior to the 5MW laser is the fact that the beam that you see when you aim down sights is it's not as strong. The THICC laser is like not the THICC laser, the 5MW laser is like a whole Crayola marker, and the THICC laser will be like a Crayola pencil. It's just the main difference is that it's much harder for you to see when you aim down sights. This allows you to be much more versatile in the plays that you make, and regardless of whether or not that the enemies can actually see you, it really shouldn't matter since you should be getting the first shots off anyway with this attachment on. So now we have the fifth and final attachment, and I had to go with the monolithic suppressor on this one because it provides really good sound suppression and it makes it hard for the enemies to tell where they're getting shot from and increase the damage range at the same time. But because of how big this suppressor is, the ADS time and ADS strength movement speed is also reduced as a result. And if you're not really a big fan of, say, suppressors or just muzzle attachments in general, I would highly suggest swapping this out with either sleight of hand or the extended round magazines. I think it's 50 and 60, I could be wrong about that. But if you don't want to use the monolithic suppressor, it's definitely use one of those two, because this gun just eats through ammo like a man at a Chinese buffet, you know what I'm saying? It just eats through the ammo. So I would definitely recommend using either one of those two attachments in its place if you want to try something different. Since we do have the gunsmith in game, it's not so, you know, live or die if you accidentally equip the wrong attachment before a match. You know, it's just, you just go in there and swap it out. So, you know, feel free to mix it up and experiment. I just feel like the monolithic suppressor is the best route to go. But with that, guys, covers and breaks down what I feel like is the best MP7 class to be using currently in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The MP7 almost feels like a literal laser beam because of how well the natural recoil pattern is on that gun. With the attachments that I mentioned in today's video, it just turns the gun into a whole different breed of beast. And if you guys have any ideas for what weapon you want to see next and what you want to see me make a best class setup for, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. If you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful in any way, please consider leaving a like down below, because that really helps me out and lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. Also, don't forget to comment down below, let me know what weapon you want to see next, or just any video ideas that you have in general. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB. Signing off. Peace.